Hello and welcome. Today, we are going to take a deep, detailed journey into one of the greatest comic book movies ever made, the 2008 masterpiece, The Dark Knight. This film is more than just a story about a hero and a villain. It is a gripping crime story about the soul of a city and the battle between order and chaos. It tells the story of how Batman, the dark protector of Gotham, faces his greatest challenge in the form of a terrifying and unpredictable criminal known as the Joker. We will explore every crucial scene, every brilliant plan, and every shocking twist. So let's travel to the dark and dangerous streets of Gotham City. At the beginning of the film, we are immediately thrown into the cold and crime-ridden world of Gotham City. The opening shot shows us the tall, gray buildings of the city, which feel heavy and oppressive, a place full of shadows where crime can grow easily. Our story begins with a bank in Gotham City used by the powerful criminal organizations of the city to store their illegal money. A team of bank robbers wearing worn-out and creepy-looking Joker masks arrive to perform a carefully planned heist. Among them, hiding his true identity, is the real Joker. He is part of the team, but none of the other robbers know who he really is. He has designed this heist not just to steal money, but to be a perfectly executed plan of betrayal and chaos. Some of the robbers, armed with automatic weapons, walk confidently into the bank, while others work to destroy the bank's communication lines. When the robbers inside the bank arrive, they immediately take control. They threaten the people in the bank with their guns, their voices muffled by the clown masks. The bank customers and employees scream and drop to the floor, terrified. The robbers move with military precision, showing that they have practiced this many times, as they prepare to take the money from the bank. But the safe has a special security system. It is electrically charged, so the person who is trying to break it is electrocuted with a massive shock and loses consciousness. The plan continues to go wrong for the robbers, but it is all part of the Joker's design. In the next scene, with the alarms disabled, the robbers in the bank order all the bank employees to lie on the floor. While all the bank employees are being threatened with guns, one man decides to fight back. The bank manager, a brave but foolish man, emerges from his office and chases the robbers with his shotgun. But the man who chases the robbers with his shotgun runs out of ammo. A bank robber calmly turns and shoots him in the shoulder, and the manager falls to the ground, wounded but alive. When the robbers are cleared of the people who will fight them back, they finally manage to open the bank's main vault. Inside, they find huge stacks of cash. As they begin to stuff the money into large duffel bags, the theme of betrayal continues. One of the robbers turns to another and says, "He told me you had to be taken out." Then, he kills the robber who is trying to open the safe and cuts off his share. After taking all the money in the bank, the last remaining robber inside goes to the Joker, who is pretending to be just another member of the team. Unbeknownst to the Joker, the robber aims his gun at him, planning to take all the money for himself. But the Joker is too clever. He knows every step of this plan because he created it. At that exact moment, the robber's school bus arrives, smashing through the front wall of the bank and hitting their own team member, killing him instantly. The Joker, who is no longer pretending to be a simple robber, is now the only one left. He shoots the bus driver, who is also one of the robbers he hired, and takes all the money from the bank. The wounded bank manager looks up at him and realizes this was no ordinary criminal. The Joker puts a smoke grenade in the manager's mouth, pulls the pin and says, "I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger." He then walks calmly onto the school bus, which drives away, disappearing into a long line of other school buses. After the perfectly executed bank robbery, the story shifts to the dark streets of Gotham at night. Some young men, who are fans of Batman, decide to pretend to be Batman. They are wearing cheap, homemade Batman costumes and are armed with hockey pads. In a dark, concrete parking garage, two powerful gangs of criminals meet, led by a man named Chechen and the criminal known as the Scarecrow. While they are discussing this, the young men pretending to be Batman clumsily attack the gangsters. The gangsters' dogs attack one of the fake Batmen, and the criminals easily overpower the others. However, since the young men are not as skilled as Batman, the real Batman has to step in to help. Just as the gangsters are about to kill the imposters, a powerful tank-like vehicle, the Batmobile, also known as the Tumbler, smashes through the wall of the parking garage. The real Batman arrives, moving like a shadow, taking down the armed gangsters one by one with incredible speed and strength. The gang flees in fear when the real Batman arrives. The Tumbler chases down the escaping van, smashing into it and completely destroying it. Batman leaves the criminals tied up for the police to find. That night, Batman meets with Police Lieutenant James Gordon on a rooftop. They discuss the new and dangerous criminal, the Joker, who leaves behind a Joker playing card as his signature. They are faced with the reality of this new threat, a criminal who seems to have no rules and no clear motive. When morning comes, we are taken to the luxurious penthouse apartment of billionaire Bruce Wayne. Alfred, the loyal housekeeper and father figure to Bruce Wayne, who is secretly Batman, treats his boss's injuries, stitching up a deep cut on his arm. As he works, he shows Bruce a video on the television of a new district attorney arriving in their town. His name is Harvey Dent, and he is a brave and charismatic lawyer who promises to clean up Gotham through the legal system. He is known as Gotham's White Knight. That same day, the new district attorney Harvey is solving his first major case, prosecuting a powerful mob boss named Sal Maroni. But during the trial, a criminal pulls out a hidden gun and points it at the attorney. The courtroom erupts in panic. But Harvey Dent, showing no fear, punches the criminal and disarms him. The defendant is arrested and imprisoned at once, and Harvey becomes a citywide hero. Later, Bruce Wayne is in the boardroom of his massive company, Wayne Enterprises. A powerful Chinese security company, led by a man named Mr. Lau, is proposing a business deal with the Gotham mob. Bruce, pretending to be a lazy, irresponsible billionaire, is sleeping during the meeting. But Bruce cancels the investment because he already knows that Mr. Lau is corrupt and is helping the mob launder their money. Then, at night, Bruce goes to a fancy restaurant to meet his old friend, Rachel Dawes, who is now dating Harvey Dent. Bruce shows his admiration for Harvey, recognizing him as the true hero Gotham needs, someone who can fight crime in the daylight without a mask. With the Joker now a major threat, Batman begins to gather information to catch him. His housekeeper Alfred gives Bruce a piece of valuable advice. He tells Bruce that some people are not logical and cannot be bought or bullied. He tells Bruce a story from his past about a bandit who was burning forests for no reason at all, just to watch things burn. Alfred warns Bruce that the Joker is one of these men. He just wants to watch the world burn. At night, the city's police commissioner, Villian Loeb, is found murdered. The Joker has left another playing card at the scene. Bruce, as Batman, arrives at the crime scene and gets a piece of the brick wall where a bullet from the crime is lodged. He needs it to find out who the killer is. The next morning, back in the Batcave, Bruce tests his own weapons to find out the type of bullet used by the killer. When he finds out the type of bullet, he is able to reconstruct it and get the fingerprints of the killer. That same day, the funeral for the police commissioner is being held in the city. Bruce arrives at the building where the killer is, but when he breaks into the apartment, he doesn't find the killer, only arrested police officers who have been tied up. He realizes it is a trap. Then, when he looks out the window, he sees the police commissioner's funeral procession happening on the street below. He understands that the real target is the mayor. A short while later, during the funeral, the Joker, disguised as a police officer, shoots at the mayor with a gun. But the mayor is saved by Lieutenant Gordon. Gordon dives in front of the mayor and is shot instead. He falls to the ground and everyone believes he is dead. The city is in chaos. That night, Bruce, as Batman, full of rage after his friend Gordon is shot, attacks a gang led by the mob boss Maroni. Then he captures the gang leader and asks him where the Joker is. Feeling that he is the reason for all this violence, Bruce decides to get himself arrested and reveal his identity to the public. The next morning, at a press conference, just as Bruce is about to reveal that he is Batman, Harvey, the brave district attorney, steps up to the microphone. In a shocking move to protect Bruce and draw the Joker out, Harvey tells everyone that he is Batman. Then, the police arrest him on Bruce's behalf. The police have arrested Harvey, believing he is Batman, and prepare to move him to the city's central jail in a heavily armored police truck. However, on the way, the Joker and his team attack the police convoy. At that moment, the real Batman arrives in his tumbler. The Joker and his team shoot Batman's car with a grenade launcher, causing heavy damage. The Joker and his team then chase the police car which has Harvey in it. Batman's car is too damaged to continue, so Batman, in a stunning move, ejects from the cockpit of the tumbler on a powerful motorcycle called the Batpod. When Batman's motorcycle reaches the Joker, he uses the Batpod's powerful weapons to create chaos. The Joker then gets into a large semi-truck and continues the chase, laughing maniacally. He then gets out of his truck and stands in the middle of the empty street, daring Batman to run him over. Batman also goes to the Joker on his motorcycle, his engine roaring. But when he gets close, he cannot bring himself to kill him. He avoids the Joker and crashes his motorcycle. Just as the Joker is about to walk over to the fallen Batman, he is stopped by a police officer. It is Lieutenant Gordon, who had faked his own death to protect his family, and so the Joker is arrested by the police. When the Joker is arrested, the reporters think Harvey is a hero. Harvey, wanting to maintain his public image, tells the reporters that the Joker was arrested because of his plan. Harvey then drives back to his house, but he does not actually reach it. He is arrested by the Joker's team, who are corrupt police officers working for the mob. Rachel Dawes is also kidnapped at the same time. When Commissioner Gordon finds out about this, he goes to the Joker in the police station and asks where Harvey and Rachel are. But the Joker just laughs. So Batman enters the room and asks the Joker again in a harsh way. When the impatient Batman punches the Joker over and over, the Joker finally answers, giving him 2 addresses. Then Batman and the police prepare to save them. Batman goes to save Rachel, while Gordon and the police prepare to save Harvey. But it was all part of the Joker's master plan. The Joker, using a piece of broken glass, takes a policeman hostage and demands his phone call. He then uses the phone to detonate a bomb he had surgically implanted in another prisoner, creating a massive explosion that allows him to escape. On the other hand, Batman went to the address the Joker gave him for Rachel, but the Joker had lied and switched the addresses. Batman arrives at the building where Harvey is and saves him just as the bomb in that building explodes. When the police team goes to save Rachel, the entire building where she is explodes in a massive fireball just as Gordon arrives, and Rachel is killed. The explosion is so powerful that it also throws Harvey to the ground, and half of his face is burned by the fire. Harvey survives because he gets to the hospital in time, but when he regains consciousness, he learns that Rachel is dead. He is alone and filled with a terrible sadness and rage. In the next scene, the Joker is in a large warehouse with a mountain of money that belongs to the mob. He sets the entire mountain of money on fire, showing that he does not care about wealth. He only cares about chaos. The Joker then makes a public announcement on television, telling everyone that if Coleman Reese, a lawyer who has figured out Batman's true identity, is not dead within the hour, he will blow up a hospital. After a while, the Joker, disguised in a nurse's uniform, enters the hospital and goes to Harvey's room. He tells Harvey that what happened was not his fault, but the fault of the schemers, like the mob and the police. He corrupts Harvey, turning his grief into a desire for revenge. He gives Harvey a gun and then leaves. As he walks away, the entire hospital is blown up with a bomb. Harvey escapes unharmed, but he is no longer the hero he once was. He is now the villain Two-Face. Harvey kills the driver who kidnapped him when he escapes, and then he goes after the people he blames for Rachel's death, using a 2-sided coin to decide if they live or die. Batman, after losing Rachel, feels responsible. To catch the Joker, he takes control of all the phone lines in the city, using a powerful surveillance machine to turn every phone into a microphone and a sonar device, allowing him to see and hear everything in Gotham. In the next scene, the police are transporting all the prisoners of the city to another location on a cruise ship. At the same time, a second ferry is filled with ordinary citizens. However, the people on board discover that a bomb has been planted on each ship. The Joker then speaks to them through a speaker system, giving them 2 options. Each ship has the detonator for the other ship's bomb. If one ship blows up the other before midnight, that ship will be allowed to live. It is a terrible social experiment to prove that everyone, when scared enough, is selfish and ugly. To save the people on the ships, Batman and Gordon's team go to the Joker's location in a tall, unfinished skyscraper. After they eliminate the Joker's men, Batman and the Joker fight. The Joker has Batman in custody and is about to blow up both ships. But the people on the ships make a choice. The ordinary citizens cannot bring themselves to kill the prisoners. And on the prisoner's boat, a large prisoner takes the detonator and throws it out the window. They have chosen not to kill. Batman, seeing this, gets the strength to fight back. He pushes the Joker off the platform and catches him with a rope, saving him. As the Joker hangs upside down, he laughs, telling Batman that he may have won the battle for Gotham's soul, but that he has corrupted its White Knight, Harvey Dent. On the other hand, Harvey is about to kill Commissioner Gordon's family because of Rachel's death. At that moment, Batman arrives and stops him. In the struggle to save Gordon's son, Batman tackles Harvey, and they both fall off the edge of the building. Harvey falls to his death. When Batman finishes all the work, he knows that if the city finds out what their hero, Harvey Dent, became, they will lose all hope. He convinces Gordon to blame him for the deaths that Harvey caused. He decides to become the villain to allow Harvey to remain a hero in death. Batman takes the blame and leaves. The police, now believing Batman is a murderer, begin to hunt him down. The movie ends here, with Gordon giving a speech at Harvey Dent's funeral, calling him a hero. We see Gordon smashing the bat signal with an axe, and we see Batman, now a fugitive, speeding away on his Batpod into the night. Gordon's voiceover tells us that Batman is a silent guardian, a watchful protector, a dark knight. Thank you to those who watched the movie to the end. If you want to watch and listen to interesting movies like this, please like and subscribe to the channel.